Recording progress.
Okay, got it.
All set? Okay.
Ready.
Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of the Marketing Checklist Viewcast. We're Sharon and Hank Yuloff from Yuloff Creative Marketing Solutions. When you're looking to solve your marketing, your sales, your human resources challenges, we are the small business coaches that you call.
On this viewcast, you will meet and learn from successful entrepreneurs who are out there making it happen right now.
Yep, here's how it works. For those of you that are not regular watchers, we've pre-sent several questions to our guests and we reviewed their answers so we can get you the very best information. Yeah, that'll help you out and build your business too.
So just 7 minutes, 21 seconds.
7:21. Why?
It's our wedding anniversary.
Oh my gosh, you're right. All right, why don't we get started? Would you introduce our guest today? Someone we really like a lot.
Our guest today is Julie Hopkins, and she is with cameracreations.net. You don't need to remember, it's going to be in the show notes.
Yeah. Or bestlaphotographer.com.
Yes.
Because she is best LA photographer. It's kind of simple. All right.
All right, Julie.
Start the clock and let's kick.
Keeping in mind that we only have a 3-story building, what is your elevator story?
Well, let's see. When you photograph a face, you photograph the soul behind it, said Jean-Luc Godard, an exceptional French filmmaker. So with this in mind, I create one of the most valuable items in people's lives, their photographs. The first way I do this is to create family portraits so you can fill your home with life remembrances that surround your family with love and a sense of history. And secondly, I help business people with their marketing by providing soul-filled headshots and portraits that potential clients can identify them as stellar professionals.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Julie's work. It is pretty stellar.
Pretty stellar. So, Julie, what is your business really all about?
Okay, well, it's about forming relationships with people, because then I can do my job. So by forming in a relationship with my clients, I could not only get to know what they want from a portrait session, but I get a glimpse of their personality so that when I'm in front of the camera, I can capture their essence and just bring out their true personality. So I want my portrait subjects either have their life experiences reflected in a photograph that hangs on the walls of their home, or help business people to succeed in their marketing efforts by having professional headshots. So that's what it's all about. It's relationships. And if I do a good job with getting to know my client, they usually are very calm and relaxed in the session. So
that's so important. We see all sorts of people that use like this to do a headshot, their cell phone. And you can't, you just cannot capture and make yourself justice and do your business justice that way. It's sad when people use those, what are they called? AWACS, amateurs with a camera.
It's sad. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but it's very true. It's not a good thing.
Cool. All right, Julie. So why should our listeners flock to you?
Okay, well, so when people come to me, they come to get their portraits or visual headshots done. They're coming for an experience, not just having their photograph taken. I actually create this experience by spending time, as I mentioned before, with my portrait clients. But that's the initial thing for any kind of photography session I could do a consultation, and that way they can be fully prepared when they come to the photography session day, because that I get them ready with the clothing, the makeup, the hair, just how to relax and this and that. And then I spend time after the session for portrait clients, in particular the ones family portraits, where I do an in-studio display of their images on a really large screen, and then I assist them to actually pick out the photographs for their artwork that will eventually grace the walls of their home, kind of like what I have here in the studio. Because our studio is all about giving our clients tangible artwork, not digital files.
She's actually in a studio. That is not a backdrop.
Not a virtual background.
Real photos. Wow.
Real photos.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Now she's checking. Yeah, those are mine. Yeah.
That's mine. Yeah, no, I didn't
Julie, what
switch them
tips
up
could
when
you
I was in.
say that again?
Oh, they
No one
didn't
switched
switch them
them.
up when I was looking, when I had my back to it.
That would be weird.
Yes.
Tips could you give to our listeners?
Okay, well, as we all know, time passes very quickly, and members of our family may not be with us for a long time. So don't hesitate to get your family portraits completed before it's too late, before those people are no longer with us. And for business people, your potential clients, they do notice a difference between a professional headshot or a portrait and an amateur image that's might be taken like Hank just mentioned with a cell phone. And often, it's too dark in the front, bright in the back, and maybe there's a tree sticking out of the head, as Hank also had mentioned previously in
Oh, we
another
see that all the time.
webinar. Yeah, so I tell people don't be afraid to invest in professional photographs, because you are a professional and you want to be perceived that way by your headshots and your portraits, and then also make sure that they're current, because you don't want people going to your social media sites and saying, oh my God, that doesn't look anything like you. So don't have them do that. Get them done.
You're absolutely right. Totally agree. Julie, what's an amusing job title for you?
Well, I'd say memory maker, because I don't actually make the memories for people, but I help people to remember the memories because they have a photograph and they can look back on, and whatever, it's on the website for even business people, for their clients to remember what they look like. So that's it. Memory
Perfect.
maker.
What are the most common questions that you get asked about your business?
Okay, there's two. One of them, that it's really almost all the time, are all the digital files included for free with a session? And I say no. Of course, as I mentioned before, in my studio, we focus on tangible artwork for our clients, which means artwork that either hangs on the wall or is an album or book, that people can open and look at forever and ever, as long as they're around. I find that so important, that because I hear it all the time that people say, well, we never even look at the images, the digital files. But and if they do decide to buy a digital file, of course they can, but it's for purchase. And then I guide people on where to go get them printed. So I don't give them away for free, though, because that's like the photographer in the past. They used to have, negatives, and they wouldn't give away their negatives. They would have them, and they'd have people print, get prints. So, and the other one, and we spoke about that. I do have a studio, so here it is. I mean, people come and sit down here, either for consultations, for viewing sessions, and then the actual shooting areas on the other side of me, on the left side. So
Cool. Julie, what was the most unexpected thing that you've encountered in your business?
okay, well, it's something that about copyright, and I'd like to mention this because a lot of people don't really quite understand what copyright is about. So I'm just going to tell a quick little story. I mean, quick, really, just two sentences. A book publisher, he asked me, after I had finished a job, delivered the images. They were very happy with them. They asked for my copyright and to relinquish my own ownership of the images. So that usually clients don't ask for this, because I will create a contract that specifically says what their license, how they're licensed to use images. So in other words, I would not give up my copyright, because that would release the ownership of my images. What I do specifically for clients that maybe they're more of a family client, and they want to buy the digital files, well, then I give them a little license statement saying that these images are licensed for personal usage, and that's done in perpetuity. So for commercial clients, there's also a contract that's drawn up, and that also tells you how the images are licensed. And it's a very simple thing. It's an agreement, and and I provide it for my clients. So also the contract is just a general thing that helps to state what's involved in the session, and that way people feel calm, and because they have a contract and they don't have to worry about just things going array or doing something they didn't expect, that, they know what's in store for them.
What's your favorite business tool that you use to get the job done?
Okay, well, that would be my very, very favorite pop-up soft boxes. I mean, I got these about 2 years ago, and I have a few different sizes. And if you don't know what a softbox is, it's a little covering for the light, so to speak, simply stated, and it makes a softer light and a broader, bigger light. And it creates a gorgeous light, an excellent light for people, fills on all those wrinkles. And I could do all sorts of things with them, hair lighting, this and that. But for location, the pop-up soft boxes are so nice because I could fold them up like an umbrella, and then I can take them to the session and pop them up really quick so people don't have to wait. And it's easy setup, and they get the same location sessions. They're the same beautiful light as I can do here in the studio. So
Awesome.
That's cool.
What four-letter word best describes your business?
Okay, well, I had a little trouble at first when I heard this four-letter word, but I just to get 4 letters, to describe. So I'm just going to say love, because love is something, the reason that people come in here to the studio to get their portraits done, it's either, the pets, the babies, the newborns, the children, the family. And generally, they're coming in because they love their family and they want to see the relationship between their family in years to come, after they've taken these photographs. So I love.
See, mine for her would have been cool, as in, oh my God, look at those pictures. They're so cool. But,
Cool.
that's
Okay.
just me.
Okay.
What about your business makes you the most happy?
Okay, that would be when family members come to a viewing session or a design ordering session where I show their images on a large screen, and they're seeing them for the first time, because I don't let them sneak peek or anything. I want to see that, I want them to get a bang when they come into the studio of emotions anyway. So sometimes they'll shed tears of joy, and that's what I really love, because they're seeing the relationship value of their loved ones through the images. And then it gives me one great sense of gratitude and just gratification. I'm grateful for them, of course, and then and happiness to be able to provide them with that photography experience. So that is the most wonderful thing. The emotions.
What did you learn?
Sorry.
What did you learn in nursery school that most helps you in your business?
Getting into the habit of taking a nap, because to me, in a business, you really have to develop self-care habits, because you're responsible for the business, and you have to be responsible for yourself to keep it going. And so sleep is like among one of the other many other de-stressing activities. And I just find it really important. Getting a good night's sleep helps me maintain my health, and my ability to conduct business affairs successfully. So that's what I learned in nursery school.
I find that taking a nap during our interviews sometimes helps me a little bit too.
Oh God, I hope you haven't done one during this one.
Is there is there a number one lead, somebody's watching and they know someone that they could connect you to?
Yeah, that would be, well, to connect me to, I would say my clients is overjoyed clients, that are really understand the value of photography, to having portraits in the home, and understanding that could be expensive, but it's a lifetime of value. I would want the clients to refer me. I mean, this is what is wonderful. I mean, and it happens, and that's usually a really good thing, because they're my biggest cheerleaders, or can be. So that's my take on that.
How did you know that photography was going to be your calling?
Okay, well, ballet was actually my first calling, because I had a professional career for 13 years as a ballet dancer. And And I think I was a little spoiled in having something already that I was very passionate about. And then while I was in between ballet and photography, it was about 8 years. And I went to take a class at Santa Monica College, and just to learn how to use the SLR camera in order to be able to paint by, I wanted to have photographs, good photographs, so I could paint. But I unexpectedly fell in love with photography during the class. And then at that point, I knew it was my second calling. So photography is my second calling.
Okay. And do you have a particular type of person or that would be a great joint venture for you?
Yeah, there's a few. What I like to do is, co-marketing with businesses like OBGYN, pediatrician offices, pet stores, dog trainers, baby clothing stores. And I'll do this by either participating in events with them, I mean, either their place or my place or any other place. And then gift certificates I can give to most likely OBGYN or pediatrician, because they might have a client, a very good client or somebody known for years. They want to give a gift and it will look like it's coming from them. So a gift of a portrait session, a family portrait. And I'll say, well, I can do some headshots for your staff, if and then maybe if you let me put some photos in your office, place of business. So that kind of thing, for those people.
Cool. Our last question. What offer would you like to give to our listeners so they can begin a conversation with you?
Okay. Well, if you're considering getting some professional photographs completed, even if it's not with me, but it should be with me, you can give me a call.
Absolutely.
Yes, you give me a call and I'll give you advice on how to get started to prepare for a session. Because there's a lot of little things I always give my clients. I give them a little printout. I talk to them, of course, during the consultation, just to tell them, because sometimes believe it or not, people are sometimes just not aware of like what kind of clothes to wear. You don't want one person coming with polka dots, another with checkers, another one a green outfit and an orange one, and it doesn't look nice.
Wow.
It's funny, very
Have
funny.
you ever sent somebody home? Have you ever sent somebody home and said, "Oh my God"?
I haven't. I haven't done it yet. But I sometimes will say, "Oh, okay, you decide to do that," because I did mention this.
That's a
But
choice.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is their portraits. I give them the advice, but that's always, if somebody does come in like that, then that's my problem, because I didn't explain it well enough for them, So I'm pretty thorough with going through it now and giving them all sorts of paperwork and then having them check it off and then talking to them again before the session and make sure they understand. So just it's for them, but and
Yeah.
ultimately decide otherwise. But so and then for the business professional too, you can give me a call and then I can guide you on what kind of imagery you might need for your marketing. So because it's not only headshots, but you can do plenty of other things that you might want to paste on different marketing materials or put on your website, and you might want to be talking, or holding a book, or there's a lot of different things that you can use your images for to market yourself. So
Excellent. And all that contact information it will be in the notes.
For sure.
Hey,
Okay,
that's
good.
it. Great job.
Thank
Well,
you.
go connect with Julie.
Yes, laphotographer.com.
Okay.
And to connect with us, go to howtogettherefaster.com.
Yep, you can sign up for your free 30-minute success call at howtogettherefaster.com. Most small business owners report back that was worth a lot to them in either savings or in increased sales. So that's howtogettherefaster.com.
And if you would like to be on the Viewcast as well, then just let us know when we talk, when you schedule time with us at howtogettherefaster.com.
Thanks for being over here, everybody. Remember, if everything happens for a reason,
Be the reason things happen.
see you next time.
Bye.